Good evening, everybody. Hope you are having a very cool day on this hot August 26, 2024. It is Monday night. It is 10 p.m. You know what that means. This is WEFT Sessions. For tonight, we have the Foothill Rounders, a little acoustic duo, here to play some soothing melodies for you tonight. I am your transitioner, Victor Smith. You are listening to WEFT Champaign 90.1 FM. Without further ado, I'm going to transition you to your host, Todd, in the Great Hall in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Victor. And a relatively new part of the show is we have a regular underwriter that is helping keep us on the air, and I need to start reading their underwriting twice every show per our legal agreement. So I will start the show by reminding you that WEF Sessions is brought to you in part by Krannert Center for the Performing Arts. For over 50 years, Krannert Center has presented diverse performances in music, theater, and dance from around the world, and right here in Champaign-Urbana. You can visit KrannertCenter.com for their complete calendar of events and to purchase tickets. Krannert Center, because the arts matter. And I'd like to thank our underwriters because we like being on the air and would like to stay that way. I also have, this is kind of an emergency heat advisory. Radio stations are supposed to warn you that to reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments. Anyone overcome by heat should be moved to a cool and shaded location. Heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. A friend of ours a couple years ago died working out in the yard in weather like this. I stupidly took a long walk today because I had to. If you don't. And we are expecting through tomorrow dangerously hot conditions with heat index values up to 111 degrees Fahrenheit throughout Illinois from 11 a.m., I believe, until 8 p.m. tomorrow night, so Tuesday night. So after Tuesday night, you can do whatever you want. It will be refreshingly cool and wintry, but in the meantime, hydrate. Stay inside, listen to WEFT, stay near a fan or an air conditioner, but and remember to thank Krannert for keeping us on the air. Okay, I have now done everything I'm supposed to, and now I can actually introduce tonight's band. They've been waiting patiently. As Victor said, they are called Foothill Rounders. Dan and Michelle, anything you want to say before you start?
I don't know.
No.
Okay, how about a big hand for Dan and Michelle?
Thanks, Shell.
I'm good?
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't know what I'm doing. Who do I think I'm kidding? Everyday failure is reckoning. Why did I think I'd be good enough? Daring them to call my bluff. Every day I'm closer to a reckoning. Oh, I've been walking the line for far too long. Don't even know what's right or wrong. Someday I've gotta figure it out. I've been stumbling along without a prayer, pulling the answers out of thin air, suffocating under these layers of doubt. What are the truth and show me the dirt. I'm tired of living this fantasy. Well, I have finally learned enough to know I really know my stuff. And I feel like everybody's flattering me. Oh, I've been walking the line for far too long. Don't even know what's right or wrong. Someday I've gotta figure it out. Oh, I've been stumbling along without a prayer, pulling the answers out of thin air, suffocating under these layers of doubt. I don't know what I'm doing. Who do I think I'm kidding? Everyday failure is beckoning.
Thanks, y'all.
Tonight's group has said they don't actually need to stop and talk very often, and we always talk after the last song, so this will be the only break we take until 10:30 unless they change their minds. So I will introduce them again because we always do that after the first song because we always have people, even at the end of the show, so who was that again? And generally we don't have, I think we had one group ever on the show that wanted to be anonymous. That's the only time in 20 years. They don't say who we are. Like that, nobody else has ever, most people, they want everybody in the country to know who they are. So you guys are Flat Hill Rounders, is that right? Foothill Rounders. I was so focused on not putting the in front of it that I forgot what the word was.
It's fine.
You can put that in front.
Foothill
It's not
Rounders. And is that a reference to, I know certain states, I didn't think Illinois had really hills, but certain states have foothills, right? North Carolina?
Yeah. We like mountains, and I don't know.
Now, is that,
We also live on a street called Foothill Drive, so
is,
it's
we're
big
kind of
enough,
foothill
probably.
rounders. Runners kind of like a gambler or like a never do well type person.
Foothill and Piedmont mean the same thing about, right? Foot of the mountain, foot of the hill?
Yeah. The little
So
baby
it's just
mountains.
one sounds not English and one sounds English. So one sounds French, because it is. I can remember better. You know, I won't say like flatworm or something because I know it's a
Flatworm
compound word.
Rounders.
But yes, Foothill Rounders. And you guys, I often
different band.
like to, I used to try to do this thing almost like an East Coast, West Coast rivalry, but at Champaign and Urbana, and then people would be from Rantoul or somewhere. Where do you call home?
Champagne.
Okay.
We're probably crunchier than the typical Champagne person.
So you
but I
could
don't-
pass for Urbana, but you're really
Yes,
Champagne.
yes.
Yeah.
You can just
But
sort
we
of,
do know how to keep driving after we get to a stop sign and stop.
you can glide between the two effortlessly.
Some
Now, how long have you been a performing group together?
I think 4 years.
And do you have
Something like that.
merchandise? Do you have recordings? Do you have a website?
We do not have a website yet. I think I bought the domain but never built it. But we do have a little bit of music on SoundCloud, but it's pandemic recording, so it's not super great production, but the songs are there. We've got a little EP on there, and then another single. And we stream on Twitch every Sunday for about 3 hours to people all over the world, so that's pretty fun. We got a lot of friends all over.
There's something I've been wondering over the past week, and you kind of broached the subject. I think it was very important in 2020 for artists and musicians to try to make sense of things during the lockdown and the pandemic through music. But I'm wondering, as we move away from it, in the same way that you don't want to listen to funeral songs all the time, What are the best times to go back and immerse yourself in that music, and what are the best times to say, yeah, let's maybe do some. We had a delightful performer for years, and she would always promise to do happy songs, and then she'd say, I don't have any.
Yeah, we're a little low on the happy songs, but that's kind of okay because we really like sad songs, I think.
Well, I've had people ask me when I'm going to do. I do retrospectives for years, and I've had people ask when I'm going to do 2020, and I haven't really decided because I do an oldies show, and I'm not ready to call that oldies.
Well, it's pretty soon for oldies, but we do have some pandemic songs that we'll be revisiting a little bit tonight,
Okay.
I think.
Now, are they always the same mood, or are sometimes they're a little more upbeat, and sometimes they're a little more?
Yeah, we got a couple upbeat songs.
I wondered because there
At
are
least
songs.
one. We have one at least upbeat.
Some of them
song,
go through
right?
variations.
No, two. We have two upbeat songs. Yeah, and
There-
we'll try to play them both.
Do you remember "Crush" by Jennifer Page?
No.
It was a big hit in 1998. We have somebody doing like a funeral version of it.
Oh,
and it's
cool.
hilarious because it's just a teeny bopper pop song.
Yeah.
But they do it like it's just the saddest, most miserable thing ever. And
love
before,
that.
ahead of that being a trend, before it was a fad,
Love that.
on an EP. Anyway, unless there's more you want to talk about, I should let you do 3-4 songs in a row. You sparked something when you mentioned pandemic music because it had already been on my mind and people had been asking me about it, and it was like you just kind of played right into that. But what do you have for us next? Right.
It's a little bit of a political song.
Oh my! Never heard one of those.
If that's okay.
There's political songs.
And are all these originals?
Yes,
Okay.
we are going to do
No
all
Neil Young.
originals tonight.
No Neil Young tonight.
It's called Golden Calf.
Okay.
You can guess what it might be about, perhaps.
No idea.
I don't know.
Beef. The price of beef.
All right, we all good?
Overwhelmed by grief and worry, counting all the people lost. Now we're grasping for some comfort, not considering the cost. Simple truths can be rejected when it's easier to doubt. Embrace deceit and then conclude everything will all work out. Have no other God before me. It's what I learned in Sunday school. Now they're worshiping the golden calf, and he's playing them for fools. We've turned against our neighbors, eyed our allies with mistrust. saw tenuous connections dissolve into the dust. Pitting brother against brother, throwing caution to the wind. Tiny droplets dance between us. Every day our bond is thin. Have no other God before me. It's what I learned in Sunday school. Now they're worshiping the golden calf. He's playing them for fools. Have no other God before me. First commandment we were taught. Now I hear and praise the golden calf. I wonder what else they forgot.
All right, that was Golden Calf. Up next, I think I get to sing lead on one.
This next song we like to affectionately call the Red Dead Redemption song. I believe that Dan gave me a prompt of tumbleweeds. Some red dirt, so we named it Red Dirt. Wrote a little story. Don't forget your capo.
Thank you. I'm gonna check tuning quick with the capo on. Sure, it's not too bad. Doo-doo-doo. Good. Rode into that dusty town with nothing to my name but the horse my father gave to me when she turned old and lame. I'd come to seek my fortune, my future shone like gold, sparkling in that summer haze along that dusty road. I met her at the table with two pair in my hand. My luck changed, I drew an ace and everything was grand. Her hair was like the setting sun, her eyes like diamonds gleamed.
tasted from a cool, fresh stream. I bought a couple rounds, we talked soft, we held hands. She leaned in close to touch my hair, she made me feel a man. She said she had a room and Marby's rose and crown. She led me up those dusty stairs and there she laid me down. Red dirt on the ground. Red dirt, I'm going down. I woke up in the alley, resting my aching head on a pillow, a muddy wagon track, red coal clay is my bed. My silver from that poker game was nowhere to be found. I lost my luck and my innocence in one night on that town. Red dirt on the ground. Red dirt, I'm going down. Red dirt on the ground. Red dirt, I'm going. That was Red Dirt. Let's see what we got next for you. Pretty sure Michelle's going to be singing the next one. Looks like it is Heart coming up next. Anything you want to say about Heart?
It's real sad. I will say, I'm kind of mean to the girl in this song a little bit. And I just want to say, she's a real nice girl, nicer than me. But I did, I wrote her after myself. Like all of her physical flaws and such are really mine. So I'm really being mean to myself in this song. But then I get really mean. You'll see what I mean.
set.
Her eyes were a little too close together. She was ungainly like a newborn foal. Her hair turned gray at 17. It wasn't something that she could control. She carried around some extra pounds and she read too many books. She looked at other girls and knew she'd never get by on her looks. She didn't grow up with money and she couldn't buy fancy things, but she cared for friends and strangers. She saw their suffering. She saw them with perceptive eyes and extended awkward hands to pick them up as best she could and try to help them stand. That girl had a heart that was big enough to carry us both. When the times were tough, we held each other. In the darkest night, she was the flame that gave us light. I asked her to marry me in spring of 1985. We made a home together and intertwined our lives. 2 kids and 3 dogs later, we could honestly admit we were living the American dream and everything that goes with it. And I never once felt sorry that she wasn't a pageant queen. Her soul was the most beautiful thing that I had ever seen. That girl had a heart that was big enough to carry us both. When the times were tough, we held each other. In the darkest night, she was the flame that gave us light. She had to go one autumn day. I held her hand as she slipped away. My tears felt thick like the leaves outside as she left this sordid place. We didn't believe in heaven, but I feel her sometimes in the wind, whispering love songs in my ear, caressing fingers on my skin. That girl had a heart that was big enough to carry us both. When the times were tough, we held each other. In the dark Last night she was the flame that gave us light. She was the flame that gave us light.
It is just after 10:30, and you are listening to WEFT Champaign, with a reminder that WEF Sessions is brought to you in part by Cranard Center for the Performing Arts. For over 50 years, Cranard Center has presented diverse performances in music, theater, and dance from around the world, and right here in Champaign-Urbana. And you can visit cranardcenter.com for their complete calendar of events and to purchase tickets. Cranard Center, because the arts matter. And now back to our guests tonight, Foothill Rounders, and several comments. I think that's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
When you
One of
introduced
our
it,
favorites.
at first I thought you were saying you were going to cover Heart, and then I remembered you said no covers, and I was excited to hear an original because I generally like originals. I mean, obviously, all songs are original to somebody, so it's silly to say I just like originals, but it's nice to hear people that are creating music. I am always sad that a lot of people in the scene write music and perform it for maybe not a lot of people, and then their cover band, oh, it's Cyndi Lauper, and they get 1,000 people, and it's
Yeah.
like, their original stuff is actually really interesting if you stop and listen to it, but there are a lot of people that want to recognize stuff, and there's room for both. If the cover band makes money for the other band to put out a record, I'm all for it. So, I also, who was playing the harmonica? I couldn't see.
I was.
I am still mad about something I read in the 90s. Somebody tried to say it wasn't a real instrument, and I have tried to
What?
play one and can't.
It is, yeah. It's pretty difficult. I only recently started to actually try to learn how to really play it.
I've had 2 real harmonicas, and I gave one away after I couldn't make any headway on either one. But I still hope maybe when I'm 75, I figure it out, because I really like
There's
how they
always
sound.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't notice them right away. I say, oh, there's something about this song I love, and I always figure out they're playing a harmonica. But I don't think I've ever heard a song that I thought was lesser for having a harmonica. So they always add something to me, it
Yeah.
seems like.
I agree.
Agreed.
Anything you want to say about yourselves before we go on? Because I think I've said everything I have to, but we didn't comment on any of those songs until the last one. So,
I think it's pretty cool that this is our first gig, I suppose.
Oh.
We've done some open mics
Yeah, other than open mics, this
and
is
Twitch,
our
but
first.
this is our first time
Wow.
playing for.
More
I
than
just
two or
assumed-
three,
Yes.
more than 2 or 3 songs. Well, other than on Twitch, obviously.
I just
but-
assumed you'd done Huber's and Rose Bowl.
We've never done it. We've never done a real gig. Just Hootenanny and the open mic at the Space, and we just did a little open mic on Saturday at Gallery Art Bar.
All right. Well, my takeaway from that is I feel better for not knowing right away when I walked in and only seeing half the group.
Oh yeah.
I feel better for not nailing the name on the first try.
Yeah.
Because, if a band is pretty well established and I
Yeah.
don't know who they are, it's not reflecting well on me. I remembered something that I wanted to ask when we got to the half, which is, I gather you knew each other before you decided to play music?
Yes.
It wasn't that you were in a band together and got to know each other.
Nope.
Okay.
Started dating at some point. I forget how long ago now. How many years?
It's 13 now, I think.
Okay. And then some number of years after that, we started playing some music together, though at first it was pretty much just me playing guitar and Michelle singing.
Yeah.
And then she
'Cause I
wanted
didn't
to...
know how to play anything.
She eventually
I relate to
decided, she eventually decided she wanted to play too, and first started with mandolin, I think, and eventually got to guitar, and I think she likes guitar
Yeah.
best at the moment.
Yeah, I do.
I didn't realize mandolins were kind of rare because I grew up, we had one, so I just kind of thought it was a normal thing to have,
Yeah.
and now I hear more, I think, about the kitchen mandolin than I do the music one.
Yeah.
One other thing, you make my job a little easier. I was watching Judy Justice, and somebody was talking about Friends, and they said, "Oh no, we are married." It's like, we'll just get that out of the way. We're married, and because it was like, oh, the person's friend, and there was something weird about it. So thank you for not
Yes.
making me wonder how much I'm allowed to speculate or say, because it's not really my concern.
Well, if
but
we make it to the song a little further down the list, we'll probably have a little story.
Yeah,
about...
it's got.
well, I
little
thought you said
tiny
something
bit of
about where we live or we have a house, or
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't like to just say, oh,
Assume,
how long
yeah.
have you been married? Oh, we hate each other. We just, we perform together and that's it. So.
We've been together 13 years, I think, and we got married 5 years ago. I think we just had our 5th anniversary
So you
in June.
you got together 13 years ago. How long is the group? 4 years, you said? Mm-hmm. Okay, so
like
it
that.
wasn't just an immediate.
Nope.
Let's
We had a
get-
whole life before
Yes.
we started.
Well, that's
music.
kind of cool, but it's not just transactional. It's organic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we've learned all this, there will be a test for the listeners. Oh, I promised one more thing. Somebody from Florida said it was beautiful or lovely or some compliment that really clearly a praiseworthy comment.
Might be our friend.
Was it
though.
Kat?
No,
It's my cat.
it's she's my friend. If she's your friend
Oh,
too,
okay.
she's holding back. So,
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
and we'll keep that awkward and
Thank you.
ambiguous. She's my friend, and we won't say if we've lived together for 13 years or not. But if she's in Florida, it would be hard for us to live
Yes.
together too often. I
Long
think.
That'd be a
distance
commute.
relationship.
That's a
huh?
commute.
So, what's this next one?
It's called Road Trip Song. It's
Okay.
one of our 2 happy songs.
Oh wow! Well, I better pay attention and for the test.
Capo. Capo and check tuning quick.
Oh my goodness, you're so much.
I like to be in tune. man.
So checking the tuning.
That one was out of tune. You're welcome.
I'm not tuning, so if it's,
Well, what else will be in tune?
they'll
We'll
know it's
who it
me.
is. We'll know who it is. All good?
Yeah,
Oh, do we have harmonica on this? I can't remember.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, that's,
Because it's a weird key,
Yeah.
B flat.
yeah, I also don't have that one out. Okay.
Well, I heard you're leaving town. Life's got you down, all turned around. And I know sometimes it's hard to let down your guard. We've all got scars, so pick me up on your way out. I'm done with this, without a doubt. I'll ride along, we'll see some things. I've got some cash, let's live like kings. Well, I see your haunted eyes. You've got enough of all the lies. You long for peace, and I want it too. We're looking out for something new. So pick me up on your way out. I'm done with this, without a doubt. I'll ride along, we'll see some things. I've got some cash, let's live like kings. So pick me up on your way out. I'm done with this, without a doubt. I'll ride along, we'll see some things.
song about getting out of here. Oh, we're not leaving.
Do we want to start skipping some possibly, or?
They said we could go over.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know that
See
we're
where
gonna
we at
have
now.
to anyway.
Okay. We can just keep
We
rolling
only
through
got
them
4 more songs.
then. Oh, okay. I was looking at the extras, I guess. All right, now back to another sad, depressing song.
This one's called Down That Hole, and you can find it on the SoundCloud album, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's probably got all kinds of instruments and drums we didn't actually play, and
Yeah. Oh, we have a YouTube channel, by the way, too. And there's a video for the Golden Calf song on there, and also another video that we made. And then we also put our Twitch videos on. Well, some. The last one was probably 6 months ago. But.
ooh, Calvin's guitar sticker down there. Nice.
Collings?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sweet. Notice the
Sorry,
sweet
I was just
water
checking out the
sticker.
stickers while getting some water. Oh, the sweet water too? Nice.
Not as many as us.
Well, we have a problem. All right. Down that hole. Hold on, I gotta tune this thing. Keep yelling at me for tuning, but that's all you need to. Pretty capable. It's that D string. It's not. G string 2. I bet you get one of those capos. Oh, you got the same one.
Yeah.
What's that other one you have? I forget the. Maybe I should get one of those.
The shub is.
Shub.
It's around here somewhere, maybe.
Maybe I should try one of those. Anyways, take 2. Hopefully being in tune this time. For days we've been down that hole where even bravest light fears to go. Now we've given up, giving away all remembrance of a warm day. Black ceiling of despair, of us spreads. We start to recognize we're in over our heads. thought we were clever. That we could find what was lost to the years. The time fate had other plans. Our story is missed, written in stone, unknown to man. Black ceiling of despair. Above us spreads. We start to recognize and over our heads. Layers of stone, all hope has flown. Embrace our fate. We're on our own.
Good job, honey. Thank you. Yes.
Let's just talk before the last one.
Okay. Sure.
Sounds great.
This next song we wrote with a friend of ours from Chicago named Jory Avener. We got collabamajigged with him. There's this guy in England who does a thing called collabamajigs, where he puts a bunch of streamers' names into a bucket and stirs them up.
Other Twitch folks.
Other Twitch folks, yeah. We met Jory. We already knew Jory before we got to write this song with him, and it was a Valentine's Day song, so we wrote a sad Valentine's Day song.
You all good?
Mm-hmm.
I remember you playing with the kitchen's corded phone, saying maybe we should live alone. Everything had frozen overnight. Well, I remember you searching for some meaning in the void, screaming at me in your mother's voice. Nothing on God's earth can make it right. So what's a dozen roses, a season sleeping in?
what's the point of try and try and try again? I remember you and all your favorite action movie stars. All the weeknights posted at the bar. Whatever could distract you for a while. And I remember you standing in the darkness of the hall. Part of me still wishes you would call. And now I see you are your father's child. So what's a dozen roses, a season sleeping in? What's the point of try and try and try again? So what's a dozen roses, a chance to make amends? What's the point of try and try? What's the point of try and cry? What's the point of try and try and try again?
All right.
That was called A Dozen Roses, if we forgot to say
Yeah,
that.
we might have forgot to say that.
This next one,
Is our other happy song. Our other
Mm-hmm.
happy song.
this
Well, I-
one's called Love is Love, and Michelle's probably going to have a story for it.
Yeah. I got a story. Yeah. We got married in Colorado because Colorado's this cool, very cool state where they have mountains and they also have self-solemnization
Say that
of
5
wedding
times fast.
vows. So you can go to Colorado and you can go get a marriage certificate and do whatever you want with it. You don't have to have a preacher or anything. So Dan and I hiked out to a lake in the middle of nowhere and said our vows, then hiked back, and then fell in some water.
Do you mind if I interrupt with a stupid question?
Sure.
Go ahead.
You can't do that here?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Colorado and New Jersey are the only states that allow that.
So I'm not understanding what's different. Would you mind teaching us?
Yeah.
How is it different?
It was just me and him. We went and we signed our own papers.
You
There
didn't
was-
need like an internet preacher, is what
I
you
did
mean.
not
Yeah,
need
you
an
need a
internet
Okay,
preacher or,
because we have loopholes
like-
here where
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could be an internet preacher
Right.
5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but they don't
Nope.
require you to go
There was
through
nobody with us. We
Got
were
it.
just the two of us. There was some guy across the lake fishing. I don't think he knew what was going on because
He was
we
he was
weren't
at our
wearing
wedding party,
wedding
though. He
clothes
was-
or anything. We were wearing hiking clothes.
Because I was going to say, if you actually needed like the Pope to marry you or something, I think a lot of people would be going to Colorado. But I feel there's so many ways to game the system that
Yeah.
I forgot that technically you need the technicality, even if nobody's really believing that this is a
Right.
rabbi or a
Yes.
priest or.
You don't need that in Colorado.
I'm trying to do
Just-
different denominations, and some of them I just don't know what the official would be
Yeah.
called, but the Shinto priest, I guess it would be. But anyway, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Shinto monks get married?
What?
Yeah.
Do Shinto monks get married? I don't know.
I meant marrying other people, but you say, "Oh, I can't get married because I don't have a Zoroastrian official to preside over the ceremony." Nobody, I don't meet any Greek mythologists around here, and that surprises me. But I digress. I said we'd talk before the last song, and it's not time yet, so I'll go away.
One more thing about this song. It's called Love is Love, and the reason I wrote this song is because, we thought as easy as it was for us to get married in Colorado by just getting a piece of paper from the courthouse and signing it ourselves and handing it back in and getting a marriage license out of it, that we thought everybody should be able to do that. And at the time when I wrote it, and maybe even right now, it seems like there are still people thinking that everybody doesn't deserve to be able to have a love story. And so we wrote this song. It's called Love is Love. On our Twitch channel, we have lots of rainbow emotes and stuff for people to use during it. So use your rainbow emotes in your head.
Went by so fast, but my mama, she was scared, 'cause we never signed the papers to confirm the love we shared. So we drove to Colorado and we hiked 2 miles or more. We found a lake and we spoke the words, our vows of love we swore. Some folks try to tell me that my friends can't do the same. Only one man and one woman can feel love's burning flame. Well, I sure don't understand how that feeling came to be. Why should we put restrictions on what love was meant to be? Love is love, no matter who you choose to give your love to. Love is love, and when you fall, love is love, and that is all. People trying to tell us they know something about love. Love was given to us by that big man up above. So I'm very sure I know their definitions are all wrong. And that's the simple reason that we had to write this song. Love is love, no matter who you choose to give your love to. Love is love, and when you fall, love is love, and that is all. Love is love, no matter who, you choose to give your love to. Love is love, and when you fall, love is love, and that is all. Wherever you are, sing along right now. Love is love, no matter who you choose to give your love to. Love is love, and when you fall, love is love, and that is all.
Love is love, y'all.
Sorry, wrong chord kept slipping in there.
I know. It's like, dude, you have the tab in front of you. Look at it. Oh, that's our last.
One more to go.
Yeah. I think we have some talking to do.
Did we lose one?
No?
Okay, then I can't count because I understood there were two more. So this is why I ran out here rather than already being in position. Yeah, I was like,
I mean,
oh.
we have more songs we can do, but that was all of them on our list.
Okay, well, I am glad you explained that to me because
You left out? I don't know.
there have been
think we
bands that
missed
say,
any.
"Oh, that was our last one. Well, good night," and it's like, okay, dead air. So let's see.
No, we do have one more. I mean,
Yes,
Right.
but no, I've had bands that told me that that was the last
I want
one.
to
and
make
it's-
sure I was.
I really thought there were two more. So,
Okay.
but and
Well, you
I-
got her quick.
I think because we have a disclaimer that the views and opinions expressed, I have to read this thing that, the radio station doesn't take editorial stances, but Love is Love assumes it's consensual, yes?
Of course.
Okay. Just because I was reminded, I was at this concert at Clark Bar and this guy showed up and he
I
was
never
very
thought about that
he was very eager to offer his love to the singer and she just wasn't feeling it. And he was
Yes.
drunk enough he wasn't feeling anything either and it was a very memorable concert. But yeah, he chose to give his love to a lot of people and nobody was
Happens.
Maybe we need
nobody was taking him up on it.
Maybe put that in like parentheses after the song title.
I feel like most people can make an intelligent assumption, but I feel like there's always that one person who,
Yeah.
and again, being on the radio, technically I'm not responsible for what people say because we have a waiver, but I like to make sure just in case anybody has questions afterwards. So.
Now I'm looking it over and like, what am I saying here?
And then there's Courtney Love, but that's a whole other, So, anything that you would like to end by focusing on before going into this last song about how people maybe could book you, or if they could buy your EP, or if they could buy tickets to your weekend festival where you play for 72 hours, or...
Following us on Twitch is free. We are Foothill Rounders Music on Twitch. We're Foothill Rounders Music on most social media. Our album is free to listen to on SoundCloud. And you could book us by emailing foothillroundersmusic@gmail.com.
Excellent.
I think we also have hats and
Oh,
other
yes.
things for sale somewhere, possibly.
What does that one say?
Not this one, but this is a Mandolin Orange fan
Well,
club hat.
I've been wondering all night, and because it's in cursive and it's at an
Yeah.
angle, so except when you tilt your head, I knew it wasn't what you just got through saying, but I was just genuinely curious.
Yeah.
And the people on the radio
He
can't
has
read
a
it.
hat. He should have brought the hat instead of that one.
Yeah, I should have brought one
But
of our hats.
anyway.
The one other wrinkle is we have all these cameras here, and I'm used to the show being on TV and YouTube, and lately there's been a delay in getting it on TV and YouTube, so if there's something that I want people to know about, I can't tell them, oh, Wednesday you can just watch it. So if I
Yeah.
don't go ahead and ask, then it's lost to time.
Yeah.
I will put this video on YouTube if
Oh.
you give it to me.
Well,
on our
that's-
YouTube.
that's exciting.
Because
Do we-
I'd have to hack you.
Are we amenable to that?
Certainly are.
Okay, well then this is one show that people can actually get. They can appreciate the purpleness of the show that is not going through over the radio.
The purple doesn't come through on the radio. What?
There are so many things. I mean, I love
Surely they
radio
can
because
feel
you
it.
can imagine, but
Yeah.
like I like that you have your own light there that most bands don't bring.
Oh, that was me.
No.
Okay,
he
it's
brought
actually
that
Mike.
in.
Well, then why don't we do that every week? I like it.
It had something to do with the shadow of the mandolin orange brim.
Okay.
I would say it's probably because my hat was probably.
Well, this could be good
Put it on my
because here
face or
I'm
something.
praising it and I find out it's something we maybe could do every week. We've had bands that wanted it dark, so
Yeah.
well, any other business before you get to the last song and then I play songs.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
It's
thanks. This has been
Well,
really
been
fun.
very
Thank you.
fun.
I'm
The
glad
first
to
kind
hear
of
you've had a
real
good time.
gig.
And if I just may tell, I don't want to say tease because I don't think I'm being disingenuous, but if people stay tuned for the rest of this hour, or I would say the next hour, but we're already into the hour, but I'm going to try to play a number of artists with local ties that I know my listeners like, and I like, but they haven't put out anything recently, so I haven't been playing them because I didn't have a reason to, but tonight I just want to.
That sounds awesome.
So I hope people find it. It's not just random local music. There's a reason for most of it. So
Awesome.
And-
guys, stick around.
So yes, if you are enjoying it, the local music will continue. Thank you. This is WEFT Champaign, and thanks to Foothill Rounders for entertaining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
This song called Survive, it's just a little reminder to all of us to just hang in there. Hold on. Not
Check
ready.
tuning one last time.
Not ready.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
I wake up each morning with a feeling of dread. Wanna cover my eyes and go back to my bed. 1,000 more gone every turn of the day. Even more are left mourning, though taken away. There are vines of despair choking my brain. I'm drowning in sorrow, imprisoned by pain. Survive, stay alive. It's our only job. Just survive, survive, just survive. That's all we've gotta do, just survive. Some days I wanna join them, be a number on a page, just wink out of existence, let go of all my rage. There are vines of despair choking my brain. I don't have to be imprisoned by pain. the feeling, dread, wanna cover my eyes and go back to my bed.
Thanks
All right.
everybody for having us. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Super excited to be here. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.